Hello there, I'm Jack, and I welcome you to Phantom Chamber, a safe space of dread and distress. Feel free to stick around. In the Louisiana forest near the town of Keechee, beneath the towering trees, Mike Wooley, a seasoned hunter, was out there on a December day in 1981. As he ascended his deer stand, the air was thick, and he couldn't have foreseen the extraordinary encounter that awaited him. The ambient temperature hovered around 30 degrees as Mike settled into his deer stand, a vantage point nestled a mile and a half down an old logging road. The routine of parking his truck halfway and stealthily making his way on foot. However, on this day, his routine would be disrupted by the arrival of a distressed doe, seeking refuge and casting the first thread of a disturbing encounter. Mike's senses heightened. He couldn't ignore the peculiar circumstances. Something had driven the doe to exhaustion, and the answer to that question was only yards away from him. With the young doe seeking sanctuary, Mike anticipated the arrival of a majestic buck. However, as he raised his head, a peripheral movement caught his attention. A tall, black and hairy figure standing like a giant near a tree. The initial disbelief gave way to a chilling thought. This was no ordinary creature. There were no loose gorillas from the zoo or circus nearby. So Mike's suspicions of a prank escalated into a confrontation with a being that stood below his deer stand. "Take your mask off and go away. This isn't funny. Get lost," Mike yelled. Armed with a high-powered rifle and a high-powered scope, he observed the creature and noticed unusual details. The cold breath was coming out of his mouth and nostrils. Its features were human-like. Eyes, teeth, and a face with a light brown tint, almost like a dark suntan. Forest, a familiar hunting ground, showed its unknown side right in front of his eyes. A dialogue unfolded as Mike verbally confronted the creature, a desperate attempt to assert dominance in the face of danger. The tension reached its peak as the creature met Mike's gaze with sinister intent. The situation escalated when the creature emitted a roar, reminiscent of a lion. The forest, all of a sudden, was completely silent. A distant response, a whistle from the northeast, indicated that another creature was on its way. Mike's instincts screamed danger as he realized the forest harbored more than one of such mysterious entities. The eye contact lasted for a short time and was interrupted by a loud, high-pitched whistle from the northeast. Creature turned his head in the direction of the whistle and whistled back. In a desperate bid for survival, Mike descended from his deer stand, raced toward his truck, and the creature bulldozed through the underbrush, raced after him. The chase continued with each step Mike took, his heart pounding fast. As Mike reached his truck, with the creature closing in, he knew the thing would close the distance and get to him. So he made a decision, a warning shot that would either deter the creature or escalate the conflict. This thing, now mere yards away, poised to make a move. In a split-second decision, Mike raised his rifle, aimed, and fired a warning shot. The gunshot echoed through the woods. The bullet narrowly missed the creature, hitting a tree inches from its face. The impact reverberated through the creature, but Mike sensed that the encounter was far from over. Mike leaped into his truck, speeding away from the scene. Glancing in the rearview mirror, he noticed a second creature, the companion of the one he had engaged, moving through the brush on the other side. Luckily, Mike was able to drive away, while swiftly exchanging the glance with the other one. I didn't shoot it because it was too human, Mike said. The way they communicate and look is just too human. At first I thought it was a feral humans. I heard about them, read some articles. But as far as Bigfoot, I thought that was something made up down in California just to scam people of money. But now I know that these creatures exist, and I believe they should be left alone, Mike added. If you ever encounter one, be respectful. Don't engage them, and most certainly don't point your gun if you're not in danger.